NeuroAffective Relational Model, a somatically based psychotherapy that focuses on supporting an individual's capacity for increasing connection and aliveness. It is a model for human growth, therapy, and healing that, while not ignoring a person's past, more strongly emphasizes a person's strengths, capacities, resources, and resiliency. NARM explores personal history to the degree that coping patterns learned early in life interfere with our capacity to feel connected and alive in the present moment. NARM helps build and expand upon our current capacity for connection to our body and emotions, as well as to our capacity for interpersonal connection, capacities that are, as we will see, intimately related. 5 biologically based core needs. NARM recognizes 5 biologically based core needs that are essential to our physical and emotional well-being: the need for connection, attunement, trust, autonomy, and love sexuality. When a biologically based core need is not met, predictable psychological and physiological symptoms result. Self-regulation, sense of self, and self-esteem become compromised. To the degree that our biologically based core needs are met early in life, we develop core capacities that allow us to recognize and meet these needs as adults. Being attuned to these 5 basic needs and capacities means that we are connected to our deepest resources and vitality. Although it may seem that humans suffer from an endless number of emotional problems and challenges, most of these can be traced to early developmental and shock trauma that compromise the development of one or more of the 5 core capacities. For example, when children do not get the connection they need, they grow up both seeking and fearing connection. When children do not get their needs met, they do not learn to recognize what they need, are unable to express their needs, and often feel undeserving of having their needs met. To the degree that the internal capacity to attend to our own core needs develops, we experience self-regulation, internal organization, expansion, connection, and aliveness, all attributes of physiological and psychological well-being. Supporting the healthy development of the core capacities is central to the NARM approach. NARM's 5 core needs and their associated core capacities. Core need: connection. Core capacities essential to well-being: capacity to be in touch with our body and our emotions, capacity to be in connection with others. Attunement: capacity to attune to our needs and emotions, capacity to recognize, reach out for, and take in physical and emotional nourishment. Trust: capacity for healthy dependence and interdependence. Autonomy: capacity to set appropriate boundaries, capacity to say no and set limits, capacity to speak our mind without guilt or fear. Love sexuality: capacity to live with an open heart, capacity to integrate a loving relationship with a vital sexuality. 5 adaptive survival styles. 5 adaptive survival styles are set in motion depending on how well the 5 biologically based core needs are met or not met in early life. These adaptive strategies, or survival styles, are ways of coping with the disconnection, dysregulation, disorganization, and isolation that a child experiences when core needs are not met. Each of the 5 adaptive survival styles is named for the core need and missing or compromised core capacity: the connection survival style, the attunement survival style, the trust survival style, the autonomy survival style, and the love sexuality survival style. As adults, the more the 5 adaptive survival styles dominate our lives, the more disconnected we are from our bodies, the more distorted our sense of identity becomes, and the less we are able to regulate ourselves. Though we may feel constrained by a survival style and the physiological patterns that are a part of it, we are often afraid to move beyond it. When we identify with a survival style, we stay within the confines